Well, actually, drone is something for me that belongs to somehow to the spirituality, because I can really relate the concept of the drone as like inner voices, or really deep voices. And this is like more from the abstract aspect, I will say, and in terms of practical, it's just like a series of tones and pitch frequencies really close one to the other that all together create something else. Signal with all the frequencies together, and then instead of adding, you remove. If you want to have, like, for example, a bass line.
Okay, now you're using not the digital one.
No, this is like, for example, another interesting thing is like to compare like the difference between digital and analog. This is analog and
yeah, of course, the first thing is to find it out, always. That's the basis, you know? Like,
yeah,
what is the output?
I mean, there are like some, there are some module a bit more clear. For
Yeah.
example, like this one, they say out, in, and
On top of the left.
and there are some modules just like, for example, these are really
There's
like
nothing.
the own language, you know, digital.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's like almost the same.
There's a filter already. Kind of.
It's like the digital doesn't really go lower. It's like the analog. I mean, here you listen like the sub, you know. It's more like rich. So just make some sound. Come on.
So now we go to we are in the mixer. Okay, from scratch. Let's try.
In general, I think like drone and ambient music are like the chance I have to have like another relation with the time. You know, I'm a super accelerated person. We're all super accelerated. We're living like in a really fast times. And for me, it's just like the way to slow down, the way to have like another relation with time, the way to somehow get into another conscious dimension, let's say.
Okay, because here we're using this. Yeah.
And then like the envelope now is like really short. If you want to make it like I think like music is just like from my perspective, it's just like, you know, half of the work. Like the other half is like try to communicate how to do it. So I discovered like the modular technology since I came here in Berlin, and I think it's pretty nice because I use the computer a lot. So I was searching for like a proper electronic instrument. This technology is really nice because you can support like different kind of small manufacturer instead of supporting like the big brands, which doesn't have like this nice ethics.
it's too long, it seems. Ah, okay.
Maybe now you can use like this, some LFOs instead of
Yeah, true,
doing like
actually.
this, like just like mapping all the.
Good idea. Just make things move a bit.
Yeah.
What's the other program?
LFO you can take. This is like. And you can support like creativity of people, small companies. Also, you can figure out the system as you want, as you need. So I think it's also creative in the step of the construction of the instruments. Okay. But now the interesting thing is like to.
I can choose the.
You know, now you're like dry and wet, so you like from a side, you take like the dry signal from here.
Of course, otherwise there will be a change in the sound. You need to try one
Yeah.
to create the
Yeah,
modulation
exactly.
between the two of them. So this is the dry. Can I modulate the part of the signal again?
Yeah, you can take, for example, LFOs from here.
Okay,
this.
like this one.
At the beginning, maybe I thought that I needed like certain modules instead of others, and was the opposite. So I do the master class and the workshop also to teach how to approach to this technology in order to not waste time and money and get frustrated, you know. And other things I really like, and I always say about modular synthesizer, is that it's a really organic instrument. I mean, it's like mostly is made by control voltage, so it's basically electricity, and all the time you turn on the synth, it sounds different from the other, even if you don't touch it, you know. Berlin, it was, and I think it's still a city where you can really, be yourself. I mean, it's a sort of cliche, but I think it's real. Berlin, like right now, is like a bit New York in the 70s. That everyone, I mean, it's not about Germany. It's just about like a pole of different culture that absorb different vibes. And here you have the possibility to meet people from all around the world. And yeah, I think this is like the main reason, basically. Master control of the pitch is this one.
So what modulation can I give it from here?
Actually, the modulation you can get from 1 and 2, and then you can adjust. You know.
Okay, but this one is already giving. Where is the?
Actually, like this. Mostly, I really like the German reaction to the war, for example, with the art. This movement of Bauhaus that they wanted to involve the people, like the low class, into the creative process. So they start to open schools, they start to make buildings with crystals so that were sort of transparent from outside, you can see inside what happened. And I think like the music and art in general is like this kind of possibility that we have to choose a language that somehow can recover from this like tragedy or like difficult moment that we are living right now, and probably we will live in the future as well as we live in the past. It's just giving like more deepness to the cue of the reverb. For example, if you want to excite these harmonics in order to scan, something I do is like really
Take just one.
take just like a sample and hold control. So you have like some kind of random exciter of the.
Always coming so low. This the.
It's a language that it's really old, so it's a language that survives through the years, and it's a language that puts many different cultures together. You know, I think it's just the base to have something in common in the humanity to restart to work on. You know. And if you can do it with music, and then you can do it with everything mostly. And music is a cultural thing. You have to accept yourself first, and then you have to accept the other, and then it's like a good way to discover the difference. And I think it's just like a universal language that has like this power of like link all time and space and ages in just one unique vision. There's like response to the humidity, to the air, to the room, to the small movements, and like this kind of uncertainty or like instability. I really like it because I think it's real, you know. about the workshop, I think that it's, for me, it's like something that I really love. In the end, it's like an exchange, you know. I'm giving something, but then of course I receive something, because like every one of us has like this different perspective of the reality as in front. So you have like this case, which is like somehow your field, and your limits are here, like your physical limits, but inside these limits you have like a lot of combination. It's like a physical limit, but inside this physical limit you can find out a different way to destroy this limit. You have to sample it, so
I record with the recording. So you show so with the rec.
Yeah, press rec kind of on time.